Hey everybody, I just wanted to jump on here real quick and do a base face tutorial of what I do as my routine for my base face. Now what that consists of is your primer, foundation, and your concealer. So of course I use Touch Mineral or Touch Glorious primer, and I do that 5 minutes before, so I already have it on. But what you do is you kind of wipe it over your face, and this gives you a smooth canvas for your foundation and all your makeup. But you always want to make sure you do this a few minutes before you put on your makeup, your foundation, and your concealer, because you gotta let it set. So since I already did that, I'm gonna go in with my Touch Mineral Skin Perfecting Concealer. So rule of thumb is if you want to use concealer just to hide, like cover up blemishes, you always use the tone that matches perfectly to your foundation. So since I use taffeta, if I wanted to just cover up blemishes, I would go with taffeta concealer. But I use organza, and it's a shade lighter, and you can use this to highlight where you want to highlight. So you don't need a lot. So I just put a little on my hand, just like that. Just a little bit will do. Okay? Then I go in and get my towel. Then I go in and I just highlight. I do underneath my eyes right here. Just like that. And down the center. You never want to just go under you want to highlight in like a triangle kind of shape. And this helps highlight this area. I always do some, just a little bit on my eyelid, just to cover up the darkness. And another thing with concealer, you can do this after or before you put on your foundation. It's totally a preference. You can even do it both times. Like you can put it on now, put on your foundation, and then you can put it on again after to give yourself that extra highlight. Totally up to you. So again, I do the same thing on my other eye. And then I go down my nose. And then I go like that, make a little cross. I make a little kind of tree. Like that. And then what I've learned is when you're highlighting and contouring your face, you want to think of it as a heart. Like you have a heart-shaped face. Like put a heart right there, and that's what you highlight is inside. And then everything out of that heart is what you contour. Alright, so I got my concealer on. And now I'm going to take my blending bud. So I got my blending bud, and I want to dampen it just a little. Now I like to use my rose water toning spray because this stuff is amazing for everything. So I just dampen it a little bit, and then blend this out. Just like that. And if you have more mature skin and it's kind of crepey, because your eye tissue right here is extremely sensitive, but if you have that crepey kind of skin, you want to take your finger and go like that and push it up into like the skin a little more than what you would with the blending bud, because it's not as harsh to your skin right there. Just do that. And you just blend it in wherever. Okay. So just like that. So my concealer is good to go. I like to do just a little bit more underneath my eyes because I do have circles. And so what's ever left, I'll just go like that. And dab that right there. And that helps battle my dark circles in my eyes. I know we all have them days where we're like, oh, my eyes are looking horrible. Okay, so now I'm ready for my foundation. And like I said, you can do this either way. It's totally a preference thing. If you want to do foundation, then concealer, go ahead. So I am using my Touch Mineral Liquid Foundation in the shade of Taffeta. And when you do this, you can see like it separates. So you always want to squeeze out the squeeze the product out of the wand and then shake it. Give it a good shake. And now I'm using my liquid foundation brush. And now this has a hole in the center of it. And what this does is you put the foundation on the outer ring and it helps distribute and give you a smoother application of the foundation. And it's so soft. I love this brush. So I only do about 5 drops. It's up to you how much you want. This foundation is a medium coverage. So if you want to talk more fuller coverage, I can totally get you set up. So, alright, so I got that on my brush, and so I like to just go around my face and dab. And just dab it around where I want it to go. I like to do up here a little more because I have like a red, yeah. And then once you do that, you just go around in small circles and blend this out. When you're doing foundation, you always want to make sure you get up towards the hairline because you don't want any kind of harsh lines. And the same with your ears. So you blend it like towards your ear and also your neck. Always make sure you bring it down to your neck. Now, if you're in a rush and you're putting on foundation and you don't want to mess with your eyebrows too much, if you do your eyebrows, then don't put it over your eyebrows, kind of go around your eyebrows so that way you won't have as much to fill in when you get to doing your eyebrows. But me, right now, I'm doing my eyebrows. And so you see how I'm literally like pulling my hair, trying to get back. And that's how you do that. Make sure it's all blended. Make sure I got my... Well, I always do a double down here. Okay, make sure I got that. And then that's it. That's my base face. That is my foundation and concealer. And then I'm ready to go with whatever look I want to do. If I'm having a very busy day and I know I'm gonna mess up my makeup, I always go in and I put our Behold translucent setting powder and I put it under my eyes here. Let's see, and what this does is this sets the makeup in place so you're not gonna have it creasing or anything like that. So I just take it and I dab it in just like that. And you don't need a lot, but you don't have to worry about any kind of coloration because, like I said, it's translucent and there is no color to this powder. And I just do it right there. And I do some because you see I've got wrinkles right there on my forehead, so I like to do a little on my forehead. And that's it. That is my base face. And now I'm ready to go on with the rest of my look. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.